May I stop you, Dr. Shazien? It's because you are telling me about others. I'm asking about you. Can we confine ourselves to the issue? I'm giving you an opportunity to say whether or not Chief Mapie is being fair to you to say technically you supported Brigadier Mkhwanazi. And I'm posing a direct question to you. Did you support Brigadier Mkhwanazi in this conduct or not? So don't tell me about a review that's currently undergoing in an environment that you are no longer a part of. Would you like to comment on that?
I commented by saying my letter to Chief Mapie was based on the systems of delegation. Of whether people qualified and whatever, well, it is unfortunate and it will be irregular if that is the case, that some of the people that were appointed did not qualify or the appointments were irregular.
Okay.
Sorry, Advocate.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Mashazi, it seems to me then that we don't need to have a long debate on this issue because even on your construction, the mere fact that he did not consult, I'm not suggesting that your construction is correct. I'm simply saying even on your construct, you didn't take action against him and therefore you lent support to whatever wrong that he did. And you can either say yes or no. Either you lended support or you did not.
I did not lend support to his appointment. In my letter, it's clear, and thank you very much for reminding me about my letter. It's clear that he did not consult the Chief of Police, and he was reprimanded that he must respect the authority. The Chief of Police is the HOD of the department. So the assertion that I supported him, I cannot agree that I supported him in view of the letter that I have written, and I thought I have answered the question. And okay, let me stop there.
Yeah, that illegal act was reversed.
Nothing.
Why not?
I don't recall whether I did something or nothing.
No, you've said nothing already. So you
Yeah.
don't recall. What don't you recall?
I meant to say I do not recall. I withdraw nothing. I do not recall.
You don't recall what, Dr. Mashazi? Whether you did anything about it or not?
Exactly.
You don't recall?
Exactly.
On this very serious matter of 55 employees that have been promoted, your Chief of Police raises that very important issue, which has huge financial implications for the municipality, in addition to legal complications of the validity of these appointments. Your Chief of Police raises that with you in writing. You respond, you say, I will speak to Brigadier Mkhwanazi. You sit now, you want the commission to accept that you don't recall whether you did anything about it.
This matter happened in which year? I think you'll appreciate the fact that we were given 2 days, and some of the information at hand, we could not even verify. And the letter, I saw it now in the bundle during the commission that Chief indeed wrote to me. That's when I recall that I wrote back to him. The issue of calling Mkhwanazi, but that was the last discussion that I had with Chief. I do not recall other things, and I do not want to commit and lie that I did it or I didn't do it. Hence, I'm saying I do not recall. And can we be given a chance to go back and check if indeed there was communication between myself and Mkhwanazi about this behavior?
I don't have any difficulty with you asking for an opportunity to go and check and add it to your list, but I do have a problem when you sit there and you say, I don't recall. And that's, you're prepared to say that and leave it at that. I think that is a problem. It raises issues, for me at least, about are you taking this process seriously? Did you come here to assist the commission? And answers like I don't recall on such an important issue where you've had the opportunity to refresh your memory when you saw these letters. You refreshed your memory. You sit and you say, I don't recall. It suggests to me that you may not be taking this process as seriously as we are taking it.
Now, they've excised that from the actual Bixley email received. If you look at paragraph 74,
You can comment if you want to, but I'm happy if you choose not to say anything.
No comment.
Mr. Ngwiza testified that you were copied on this email. And the subject line of the email was favoritism and corruption within the city. So this happens on the 20th of August, 2023. Mr. Ngwiza suggests that on the 21st of August, 2023, you called for a meeting with inter alia him, and I want to check whether, did you?
The answer is no.
So, at paragraph 79, page 25, when Mr. Ngwiza says, that very morning I received a call from Ms. Kasheka instructing me to drop everything and immediately get to the office of the city manager. Then he had to go there. So did that meeting take place?
I don't recall, and I cannot comment on his say. I need proof from him that meeting occurred and where and what time.
Do you recall such
don't
meeting
recall.
occurring in the 365 days of 2023?
In-
Not necessarily the date he's giving, in any day of 2023.
I
You
don't-
make your election of 365 days of 2023. Do you recall having a meeting as described by Mr. Ngwiza in that year?
I don't.
You don't?
Yes.
Completely and utterly. So it was purely coincidental that the big emails come in. In those emails, it is alleged that you specifically, as the city manager, are the one protecting Julius Mkhwanazi. The next day, this meeting is called, and according to Mr. Ngwiza, at 82, he arrived in Germiston to your boardroom. You asked if he knew Bixley. He denied knowledge, and you accused him point blank that he had leaked the charge sheet to Bixley, alternatively that he, Mr. Ngwiza, is Bixley. You deny all that?
I do.
So you effect the amendment on the next day, on the 22nd of August. And the effect of that amendment that you've just spoken to, which earlier you said was all about how to appoint attorneys, resulted in stripping Mr. Ngwiza of all his powers regarding appointment of attorneys. How did that come about? And why was it relevant to do so?
Okay, thank you very much. Now you give me an opportunity to address this thing fully. Mr. Ngwiza...
What will not happen, I'm sorry, Dr. Mashazi, I'm not giving you a platform to have a rally. I asked you a specific question. So far you did not recall. I'm asking you a specific question. Why did, on your own version, if your version is that you were doing so as a cost-cutting measure to ensure that only persons or attorneys listed on the approved panel are appointed, why did it require such an extensive amendment to the point that it stripped Mr. Ngwiza of all his powers to appoint? Where is the connection between what you allege at 115 and the effect that it had on Mr. Ngwiza?
So you take the connection that I did this to protect Mkhwanazi so that Ngwiza doesn't appoint attorneys. Is that your assertion?
I don't have an assertion. I'm telling you what Mr. Ngwiza says. You don't recall. I'm telling you what Mr. Ngwiza says the effect is. You don't recall. I go to the statement you made to say mine was just a cost-cutting exercise. And I say, I don't understand why that cost-cutting exercise, as you have alleged, could in any manner result in Mr. Ngwiza being stripped of his powers. Now you turn around and say this is a good opportunity to address, and I'm stopping you from any address that you want to make. You can make the address at a different time, but for the moment, I need an answer to my question.
Okay, the answer to your question is Mr. Nziza had an opportunity for a year to concord his statement and correlate all the documents that are here, and I was given 2 days to actually respond to all the allegations that they made. That is my answer to that. And I cannot accept that there's correlation between the cost-cutting measures that I am indicating in my statement, and the relationship between the Bixi Wixi and Mr. Nziza's assertion. I do not accept Mr. Nziza's assertion, and I do not want to comment on it. And I am not accepting that there's correlation of my response or my ability to cut costs in terms of legal fees as a way of protecting any person and as a way of actually curtailing powers of an individual. I reject the assertion.
Did you, Dr. Mashazi, did you substantially curtail Mr. Nziza's powers?
No, Commissioner.
So he was not telling the truth when he said you did?
That I did curtail the powers. I only addressed the issue of cost, Commissioner, where I was concerned. And if you can look at our financial statement or at our finances or in terms of quarterly reports, always on an annual basis, when we do our adjustment budget, the department, especially labor relations, they request additional amount because they cannot pay lawyers. The costs are very high. And the cost in terms of payment of lawyers that are dealing with labor cases were not affordable to the city. Hence, I suggested and I recommended that all the departments, whether it's a divisional head, whether the division is employee relation or whatever, they should actually use the panel of attorneys that are appointed by council at a rate that is affordable to the city. This is the only power, the so-called power, that I am alleged to have curtailed.